You're telling us that the dream of home ownership is alive and well in this country. So I want to shift gears a little bit and talk to you about your association, your public awareness initiative, which I think talks about the dream of home ownership, and it's called Home Believer. I can see your lapel pin, and maybe for people that don't know what that's all about, take a couple of minutes to share with us what you're trying to get across here.
Well, I think a lot of times when we're speaking to government officials, all levels, they're fixated on what we're building. And so we've taken an approach to this. Let's not talk about what we're building. Let's talk about who we're building for. And really what we're talking about are the people who aspire to attain the great Canadian dream of home ownership. And we refer to those people as home believers, people who believe in that dream, who are looking to fulfill that dream in the community they live, and who are struggling to find those options. So our pledge and our public awareness campaign really revolves around the people, home believers, and really revolves around the idea that people are looking to attain that dream, and saying to all levels of government, we believe all MPPs should be home believers. If you're at Queen's Park talking about housing policy, you should be talking about it from the perspective of, are we helping people attain that dream? And so in that way, all MPPs should be home believers, and they should be looking how the policies bring more housing supply and choice to their communities. How does that work? So we're out there encouraging our members, encouraging the public, encouraging MPPs and candidates in the future to sign the pledge, sign on to being a home believer, sign on to working to create more housing supply and choice so that people can attain the great Canadian dream of home ownership.
And have you had MPPs sign this pledge?
You know what? When you launch an aspirational, positive campaign, it attracts everyone. So not only have we had MPPs sign it, the Premier of Ontario has signed it, Leader Andrea Horwath has signed on to it as well, and we're having candidates sign on to it as well. So it's been very, very positive. We have over 50 MPPs who've signed it at this point. We have 6 or 7 candidates who've signed it, and we plan to continue to be positive in the space and continue to encourage all those candidates to sign. But what's interesting is, you know, I've been out there in different places engaging the public in terms of this campaign, and they see it as well, because they see themselves reflected in the fundamental belief that they want to be homeowners. They believe in the great Canadian dream of homeownership and what it means for their families. And so they're signing on to it as well. So at this point, it's been very positive, and we'll be out there during the campaign encouraging candidates, sitting MPPs. We want to see a Queen's Park on June 8th filled with home believers. That's what we want to see. And so, you know, our line is all MPPs should be home believers, and away we go.
I think it's